Ladies and gentlemen, there is a rumor going around that Rick Grimes is coming back to the Walking Dead universe. So I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to talk about it right here, in this space. Look, how often do I get to do that in a video? Because I don't think I ever get to do that in a video. I just like to move around, whatever. Okay, so there is some evidence now that Andrew Lincoln is returning to the Walking Dead universe in one way, shape, or form. He has stated publicly when he was doing press for Cold Water, the show that he's on, I think it's called Cold Water, the show that he is on some TV network in Britain, I think. I don't know where it is. Anyway, he had mentioned that he is in talks with AMC and the showrunners to return in some way, but then was very vague about it and obviously didn't want to talk about it because he was doing press for another show. So he quickly deviated topics. But in that conversation, he said that they are in talks on a return and what that could mean now that he's had time away and wants to get back into acting more and all of that stuff. Similarly, Norman Reedus, who plays DARYL DIXON, for those of you guys who don't know, has said something as well. He said that, I forget what he said, something that that it is true that they're in talks and all of that stuff. A lot of people are getting wet. They're getting big, massive boners over this because apparently it's like, oh my God, the biggest deal in the world. But like, this was obvious. This was going to happen. This is not crazy. It's not some big shock that Andrew Lincoln is going to be returning into the show. Yes, I understand that The Ones Who Live was kind of his send-off to The Walking Dead, but he's always been open about coming back if needed and all of that stuff, as have the creatives and all of that. So it's clear that he was never really going anywhere. We were always going to see him in one way, shape, or form. So it's to me, it's not a shock at all that he's returning. But the question really is how he is going to be returning. Is he going to be in an episode of DARYL DIXON? Are they going to be doing a season 12? Are they going to be doing The Ones Who Live season 2? We don't know. There's no real proof one way or the other there yet. Time is still, we still have a lot of time there to figure that out. But I just wanted to give my thoughts essentially on this and explain that I think him being in talks with AMC could mean a lot of things. It could mean we see him in maybe season 4 of DARYL DIXON in some way, even if it's small, or we get the reunion there with him or something like that. And then maybe in the future he pops up elsewhere, like in Dead City. It's that connective tissue to bring him home. Or it could be that they're doing The Ones Who Live season 2, or just a brand new spin-off altogether, because how are you going to make The Ones Who Live season 2? This is the topic that I think Movie Idol talks about a lot, like a season 2 of the show and all of that stuff. And every time I see videos about anyone talking about a Towel season 2, I'm like, what could you do there? There's not much. The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live was specifically designed to bring these characters home. That's it. There was no universe set up. There was no season 2 set up at all. The entire season was just meant to give finality to Rick Grimes. So I don't think we're going to see The Ones Who Live season 2. We may, but I think that's kind of a poor marketing decision on The Walking Dead's behalf, because why would you do that when there's no hype around the idea, especially at the way they ended season 1, or just The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live season 1 in general? I don't understand that. It's also, to me, I know that they have been marketing, like their AMC's marketing team have been calling The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live season 1. They've done that. I'm pretty sure they did that on the box set. They've done it in their trailers. They've done it on their websites and all of that stuff, which is interesting because I don't know why they would call it season 1 if this was always just supposed to be a mini-series. I guess it's just to like keep that option open or something like that, but still, you've killed every plot point. And what would you do for a season 2? I don't think there's enough story there to tell. What are we going to get? Rick Grimes goes back to Alexandria, sees that it's been taken over by the Commonwealth, reunites with everyone he loves, except half of them are already away at this point. Like, Daryl's gone, Carol, I guess, yeah, Carol's gone too. Negan, Maggie, they're all gone. So who does he really have? He has Michonne, obviously. He has his kids. He has Jerry, not me, but Jerry. He has Ezekiel, Rosita's dead, he has Eugene. Like, it's just not the same, you know what I mean? All of our big characters are gone. So we get Father, we get the Father, we get Aaron, we get all of these people. It's just not the same. You know what I mean? I don't think there's enough there to tell. They already did the Commonwealth story with a leader in power, Pamela Milton, and Pamela Milton's now out of power and in jail. So what are they going to do? Because they can't adapt the comics, and they're definitely not going to bring Rick Grimes back to kill him like they did in the comics, even though I think that would be a great way to end the show, personally, to end this constant, where's Rick, where's Rick, where's Rick? But the only thing is, Rick Grimes is The Walking Dead, just like how Dexter Morgan is Dexter. You can't watch the show without him. Like, if Michael C. Hall wasn't in it, you'd feel weird, even though an argument could be made about Harrison and all of that stuff. Rick Grimes is The Walking Dead. Not Daryl, not Carol, Negan, Maggie. It's Rick. So without him, you can't kill him in terms of the show. You just can't do it. But the story that I want to see has already been told, at least in a dumbed down version. And you can't kill him the way they did. You just can't do it. So I don't know what they would do with the season 2. Like rebuilding with the CRM, all of that. I think it's more exciting that we have reunites. Is that what it's called? Reunites? I think it's more exciting that we see reunions with the characters we love and just let them live happily ever after. I don't think it needs to be some big grand spectacle. I don't know. That being said, I would love to know what you guys think. Do you think it should be a big grand spectacle? Do you have a reason to be so hype about this? Like, I'm curious. I'm not saying I'm not hype about it. I'm just saying I don't know what they're going to do. I don't think there's much in this universe left to tell at this point. And if there is, Kirkman already gave us the ending and it's satisfying. And from there, from where our characters in AMC's universe are at, I just don't see how you're going to do anything that like follows that naturally. We already saw bits and pieces of the kids, right? We already saw that they filmed an ending where the kids are all grown up, like RJ, Judith, all of that. But the ending was apparently so bad that they had to scrap it. Because no one wants to see that. The only person they want to see with that sort of ending is Carl, but Carl's dead, thank you, Scott Gimple. So I don't know what they would do. I just don't. I'm struggling to find the words to say whatever it is that they would do for him to come back. Albeit anything with Rick in it, I'm excited for. But I can't see it. I can't imagine it right now. So I'd love to hear from you. Let me know, like I said. And consider becoming a channel member. We are 3 strong, growing. My goal is to get to 10 so we could do member shout-outs. And I do make exclusive content there and stuff like that. If you're not already subscribed, like this video, all the words, all the YouTube things. And with all that out of the way, thank you again so much for watching this video. And until the next one, I'll talk to you later. Peace out. I'll give you a double pieces. Goodbye.